I might as well get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have now come to the right place.
It's time for the late night snack.
That's where the drums kick in, because we're serious and we're ready to podcast.
You're professionals.
We can create a perfect world in our heads.
Welcome back to episode 9 of the Late Night Snack. Obviously, this is new. We're on video now. This is exciting, so now you can see our faces. And we're doing this long distance. But like I said, it is April 29th. A few birthdays we got to shout out real quick. Actor Keith Baxter is 88 years old. Comedian and idol of mine, Jerry Seinfeld, turns 67. Daniel Day-Lewis turns 64. Uma Thurman turns 51. And rapper Master P turns 51. These are just a couple. I've been looking, and this whole week is kind of stacked with birthdays. So
that's pretty exciting. It's also stacked with national holidays. So today, the day that you're listening to this, it is International Dance Day, National Peace Rose Day, which I don't really know what that means. I think it's a plant. But most importantly, it's National Shrimp Scampi Day, and it's National Zipper Day.
National Zipper Day?
Yeah, I don't really know what that means. It's under the categories it's under on nationalholiday.com. Is special
I think you're supposed to leave
interest
your fly down in public.
and American appreciation and fashion. So I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing.
I think it's just big.
If there's one thing in the world people appreciate, it's America. So everyone will be appreciating
I think
America.
while we're talking about fashion statements, we should really talk about these glasses.
Like the ones I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Like, what about them?
How old were you when those glasses were purchased? Because they look like maybe you owned them when you were 12.
That's really cool. I got them like 2 weeks ago.
That's not true.
I got them when you left.
Oh.
Look, I know
Does
you've
he
been
miss me
gone
so
for a while, and you miss me and all that, and you haven't seen me in a while, but here's the deal. Like, I made some changes because I'm trying to find myself, and honestly, I really don't appreciate you coming at me like that, just because this is the new me. This is the kind of guy you're getting, and this is the kind of guy I'm trying to be, and I really don't appreciate you hating on these, you know? It's a cool look, and I don't understand why you're hating on it.
No, I'm not hating on it.
Yeah, you just said that it's meant for me when I'm 12 years old.
I've only been gone since Sunday, so I just feel like this is a big change to make since Sunday.
It just is what it is, dog. Like, if you don't appreciate it,
Hey.
if you don't appreciate me at my lowest, you don't appreciate me at my highest, because you're getting peak Dawson right now. And I'm pretty sure everyone listening right now and seeing this on YouTube, what's up, YouTubers? We're on YouTube now. Everyone's seeing this on YouTube.
So if you're listening to this and not watching it, you should go subscribe. Same as everything else, the Late Night Snack. There's our shameless plug.
If you have no other reason to see this on YouTube, go check out my awesome glasses that my girlfriend hates.
I'll do an Instagram poll.
And yes, I am wearing them indoors, thanks for asking, because I'm cool like that. Okay? Wearing glasses indoors means you're the coolest guy in the room every time.
Cool.
Oh,
I'll do an Instagram poll for the fans.
Do it. Let's see what they
to
say.
See if
because
people are
I'm
team
excited.
glasses or team not glasses. See, I love your beautiful eyes, and I'd like to be able to see them.
I'm a mysterious guy, and I'm going to shade these eyes with my wraparounds.
Okay. We made a big purchase today that wasn't the sunglasses. Would you like to discuss that?
We did make a big purchase. Tickets were not cheap. Will not lie. Very expensive, but I said, you know what? I have to see it because personally, it's one of my favorite albums of all time. It's Machine Gun Kelly's concert for Tickets to My Downfall tour. And I'm
really
very,
excited.
very excited as a huge pop punk fan and Blink-182 fan. Blink-182 is my favorite band of all time. Having Travis Barker produce an album and play drums on it, and have a tour go pretty mainstream, and have an album go #1 in America that's pop punk. I mean, I'm going to drop hot dollar to see that concert. Just is what it is. I'm excited.
And It's super exciting not only because we love Machine Gun Kelly. I think he was my #1 artist of the year last year on Spotify. Not sure
I
on
think
that.
he was either #1 or #2 for me.
But
Actually,
it's
no,
just exciting.
I remember this now. He's #2. The Kid Laroi is
Yes,
#1.
of course. I'd expect nothing less.
Love the Kid Laroi.
I think it's also though super exciting because it's like the first concert we're going to since COVID. So to me, that ticket could have been thousands of dollars. I would have bought it
Yeah, but
just because I'm excited about
it's
going to a
our
concert.
first concert.
It's also our
Period.
first concert.
We've
Period.
never, because we started dating in the midst of the
Yeah,
pandemic.
not like in the
So
middle
we
of
haven't
COVID,
really
like,
done
but
the
like, yeah.
typical like dating.
I've never been to a movie.
Yeah, like we've never been to a movie together. We haven't been to a concert together. We've been on walks, and we started a podcast. Those are
We
our
started
two
a
big
podcast.
things.
We went to a comedy show. That was like the kind of
We
the
went
only
to
like
see Christina P.
entertainment thing that we did. But we talked about that on the pod already. The pod already knows.
Yep, we talked about that. Which also shout out Christina P. Always gotta support your comedians.
Every episode we got to shout her out.
Hey, look, comedy needs to be shouted out. We gotta support our creators out there, and stand up is one of those professions that is not highly paid. So you go out there and support these guys. Actually, look, they're doing really well. Okay, for
You're like,
stand-ups,
please support us. You don't need to support them. No, I'm kidding.
I'm doing stand-up soon. I'm still getting dates on that for open mics, so be ready for that. That's coming soon.
Very exciting.
Making some graphics and all that stuff. So we're gonna hit the ground running on that. It's gonna be a busy summer for me, but I'm really excited.
Are you gonna wear the glasses in the stand-up?
You know, I would, but I don't want to show up being like I'm the coolest guy at the club or anything
Sure,
like
you
that.
can't
Because
get them too.
hey, look, I'm just trying to find 5 successful minutes of jokes. Okay, and if I show up with these, people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's really, really good." And you know, when I get there, I'll get there. But I gotta do some open mics first.
That's fair. Totally fair. Well, among the things you've introduced me to in this relationship, like Machine Gun Kelly, we also had a big movie moment this week.
We did have a big movie moment.
Are you trying to remember what the movie moment is, or do you?
I wanted you
want
to
me
talk about it.
Oh, I can talk about it. So apparently I had a deprived childhood.
You did.
Didn't know this. But I had not seen Nacho Libre until this week.
It's kind of a problem. Listen, like there's like a list of movies that you have to see in your lifetime. Off the top of my head, it's Shawshank Redemption, Nacho Libre. And that's basically it. And those are like the 2 biggest movies you have to see in your entire life. And I'm not going to say which one you have to see more, but
Dawson's checklist of movies, Nacho Libre, Shawshank Redemption. I think this is going to be another Instagram poll, and we're just going to see how many people have seen both movies.
That's not a fair Instagram poll. It's like, what's a better movie? A sweet PG movie about a guy
No, not a poll like one versus the other. Poll was the wrong word. What do they call it on Instagram when it's like the multiple choice question?
A multiple choice question?
Sure. Just to check off, see how many people have seen both. One, other, both. Those are the options.
Yeah, so have you seen a movie about a guy who works at an orphanage that wrestles for money? And have you also seen a guy who goes to prison, faces horrific prison events, and escapes from prison, all the while documenting it?
I mean, a lot of common core themes there. I really do think.
I mean, once you've seen one, you've seen the other. They go hand in hand. Actually, at like film festivals, they go, we're showing Shawshank Redemption to get us started, and then that'll get us emotionally prepared enough to watch Nacho Libre. Yeah.
Perfect.
I love Jack Black. Jack Black is another idol of mine. Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. I had something I was going to say, and I completely forgot. But if I remember, I'm going to say it. It was about the Nacho Libre thing. But I don't remember. Darn it. Okay. Well, I do have a really, really interesting news story. Florida nurse broadcasts butt injection during Zoom courtroom hearing.
Let's talk about, before we get into that specifically, there's been a lot of people zooming into court hearings while they're doing something that just, I don't know why that's like a thing. Like there's that guy who was performing surgery, like open heart surgery, where
Yeah.
like patients like can seriously get injured or even like die, and he zoomed in about, I think, like a parking ticket or something like that. It was something like not that big of a deal, and the judge was like, are you like performing surgery? And he was like, yeah, but like let's bang this out real quick. And he was like, no, like you gotta go right now.
Have you seen the one where the zoom filter traps the guy in the cat?
Yes, I have. That's an
Did
awesome
you
one.
send that to me? I feel like you sent that to me.
I probably did. That sounds like
Um,
something I would send you. I send you like two things. I send you like, hey, we're gonna go get food, and I send you videos like that randomly off the internet.
that is true. Um, but yeah, no, it's like this guy was like in the cat filter and he was just stuck like that and he had to make a formal announcement on a case while he was stuck. So, that was pretty good. It's a pretty good one. But this one
Wasn't it
is
like
a little
a
more,
country guy too?
I don't know.
I almost remember like he has like the cat filter on. He's like, I don't know how to turn the dang old cat filter off
He's
now,
like,
but I think my dang grandchildren got on here and started touching and fooling around, so now we got to figure this out. And like
I just know,
he could not figure it out to save. It's literally like 2 clicks and you're done. And he was like, maybe if I just turn it back on and off again, and I delete the app and re-download Zoom and I get a new password. And it's like, dude, it's not that complicated. It's right there. Like it literally it says like virtual like filters or anything like that.
yeah. No, no, all I know is that the quote was, I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
The,
And the judge was
frankly,
like, yeah.
really glad he explained that, because it is a really good filter. Let's just talk.
I mean,
It's a really solid filter. I was looking, I was like, I don't get it. So there's a video of a cat, big deal. And then he was like, I'm here. I'm not a cat. And I was like, oh, well, maybe wow. This is why it's viral.
I feel like it would be even funnier. I mean, not funnier. It's the wrong term to say if it was like a murder case. But it would be kind of funny if he was like, I didn't commit the murder. I was a cat. I'm a cat.
Oh,
You don't think that's funny?
I would have said so. I would have been like, I don't know. I don't think I'd make a joke in court. Like, court is like the worst place to make a joke.
That's true.
Like, you make one joke and they're like, that's cool. Did you break in that house? It's like, nah, yeah.
Yeah.
It just sucks. Like, court sucks.
Yeah.
Court sucks a lot.
It was also the guy was from Texas, so you're right. You have the country thing right.
Yeah.
I like how if you Google search this, the next thing that comes up is how to get Zoom cat filter.
There you go.
The number of news stories written about this is like kind of concerning. Like it's kind of concerning to me that like that's such a big news story that we needed like every major outlet to write a story about it.
Do you know what like period of time we're living in right now? Where we're
Yeah, I
like,
feel like there's a lot of really
people are
important
just
news.
there's kind of, but there's also people just shut indoors. No one's really seeing it. There's nothing to go do. When people have stuff to do, things happen. When they don't have stuff to do, we report on the guy that's a cat in court.
That's true. Or we report about the nurse who injected something into a guy's butt while on Zoom.
How do you think that guy felt? Genuinely.
Well, I guess I don't know if it's a man, but I'm assuming
Why would you assume it's
it's
a
a
man?
man. I don't, it kind of looks like a guy's butt.
That's cool. I didn't know you were looking at it.
I mean, it's not like I can't see crack. It's like a sock. I'll send it to you later.
Cool.
Either way, it says a Florida nurse inadvertently broadcasting herself giving a patient, oh, I just lost the screen, giving a patient a butt injection while waiting for her virtual court hearing to begin. I'm just very curious as to like, I'm sure it'll tell me. Oh, it gets so much better. It gets so much better. Would you like to know what this hearing is for? I just read this. And so it says, so first up, someone says, we've reached, so this happens in Miami, because of course Florida. And the lady goes, we've reached a peak 305. Someone appears to be getting a butt injection while appearing in a virtual hearing. 305 is Miami's area code.
Yes.
But it gets better because the woman administering the injection, whose name I'm going to butcher, so I'm not even going to try to say it, is charged with third-degree grand theft.
How do you get like the third degree?
I don't know, but how do you get third-degree theft? And then, oh, it is a man. It says, a male receiving an injection in the buttocks, which she appears to have inadvertently broadcast via Zoom. But I'm very curious about how you're both qualified to be giving an injection in the butt, but you're also in a court hearing for theft.
People like to live, on the wild side sometimes. But I'm still thinking about, how do you get a third? I feel like if you steal a car, you steal a car, right? Wait, is it Grand Theft Auto? Or just Grand Theft?
It just says Grand Theft.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto is
Grand Theft
a
Auto
thing, and it's
cars.
also a video game you've been playing a lot of, so.
Yeah.
Don't get them mixed up.
The video game is named after the actual crime. But,
yeah, I know that.
Yes. Anyways, so, what was I talking about now? You got me thrown off my mojo.
If it was Grand Theft Auto, like, what's
right,
third degree?
So, but if you steal something, you steal something. How is there different degrees? That's why I'm not going to law school. Right there. I don't know.
Grand theft in the third degree is considered a third degree felony under Florida law. Of course, it's a Florida thing.
Florida.
And occurs when the stolen property is valued over $300.
I'll say this. It has to be
$20,000.
Florida because it has to be a state where this happens so much where they're like, all right, we're going to have different degrees for this because there's just so much going on here
That's true.
that we got to have people going for different things.
Yeah. So it says the property is valued over $300, but less than $20,000, which is kind of a large gap.
Yeah, that's a huge gap.
Like that's the difference between like an iPhone and a car.
Well, yeah, like you could like go to prison, like you could steal something that's worth $301, and then you go to prison. They're like, "How much did you steal?" And I'm like, "Dog, I stole $20,000 worth of stuff." And they're like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, dog, I got third degree."
Yeah, that's
what
crazy.
it is. So what's first degree? If that's third degree, first degree is like, whoa.
I'll look it up. I'll let you know. Glad I can just look all this up. Grand theft in the first degree is any theft of property valued at more than $100,000.
That's what I thought. Those are for the coolest of guys.
But this also says third degree grand theft would apply when the property is between $500,000 and $50,000. But that's not Florida law, I guess. But we're dealing with Florida law here, so.
If you get grand theft
that's
in the first degree, you're doing something right. You know? You really you're living life. Don't commit crimes.
Definitely. You definitely are. I have another thing that I think we need to touch on.
What's that?
The government doesn't admit things very often. Right? They're very secretive. They don't like to talk about things. And it's been a crazy year. The it's given us a lot of information, a lot of misinformation. We've learned a lot. And somehow amidst all of that, we've just ignored the fact that the government said that aliens are real.
Yeah. I don't know why no one's talking about this. So, like, first of all, everyone needs to shake the hand of everyone at History Channel because History Channel got made fun of day in and day out for having alien shows. So they're like, yeah, it's not history. And they're like, I promise you it is. And sure enough, they were right.
Next thing you know, the aliens built the pyramids.
No, hold on. Well, yes. The answer is yes, but we don't know that for sure yet. What we do know is UFOs are real.
This week, the U.S. confirmed that footage showed a UFO.
So what's crazy about that, too, is we're in the middle of a pandemic. People are freaking out. People are like, we need something to calm down. And the government was like, aliens are real.
Yeah.
Like, how's that going to help?
And
people
then
like, cool, man,
was like,
thanks. And then they said it, and, like, didn't say much more about it. They just were like, yeah, they're real. And then Israel, I don't know if you saw this, they admitted that aliens are real too, but they said even more so that the aliens are part of like this like galactic force, whatever, and that they've had contact with Earth for like ever, basically. And so like this force, like, and high grade politicians are just in contact with each other. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is pretty cool. It is very cool. Now as I'm looking up this UFO thing, right, and I'm looking into it, apparently another thing that I missed this week is that Baker Mayfield, who's apparently a football player, I'll pretend that I know who it is.
Don't say that. This is the live recording. Like, Baker Mayfield is a huge quarterback.
Yeah, totally. For the Browns, according to this article.
Yeah.
But he not only said this week that he believed the UFO sighting, he also said that he believes in the Sasquatch.
Well, yeah.
So he said,
Sasquatch is
I'm a firm
definitely
believer. He said, I'm a firm believer in UFOs and Sasquatch. It's real. I saw it, and I'm glad the Navy finally confirmed some more pictures because now everybody doesn't think I'm crazy.
I'll say I think that no, there is not a singular Sasquatch, but if there is one, there's a lot of them. Yes. You really think one's just going to
live?
Just
like a hidden species that we don't know about?
Yeah. They hid aliens, Maddie. I think they can hide anything.
I mean,
now.
You're right. Okay, you're right.
They can do anything they want.
You're very right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's all that I have for news. But before we end, you really brushed over it in the beginning.
What?
Kind of offended that we're not in the same place right now.
That's right.
That's sad.
I said we're long distance.
I know. It was just a quick side note, though, and I felt like the viewers and listeners were owed an explanation. So I'm home for a little bit from school.
If you can't tell from the backgrounds,
that we're in
different locations
that
right
I'm
now.
in a girl's room. So
I'm in a tan room.
And I'm in a pink room.
Yes.
So this is somewhat of my childhood bedroom, kind of.
This is an office space that I rented just for this podcast.
Hopefully, I actually will be in a little bit of a studio with a good mic next week. Dawson has a mic right now. I don't. So hopefully this quality sounds okay. But yeah, so we're going to be recording like this for the next couple weeks. I just wanted to give y'all a little heads up. But that does mean that we're going to get to do video. Hopefully next week we're going to be able to include some external video segments in this podcast. We're really excited about all of the fun techie stuff that we're learning and integrating into the show. And we're excited about the future of where the show's going. So I just wanted to add that little side note before we decide to sign off.
It may just be episode. It may just be episode 9. But if you go from episode 1 to now, there's a lot of change, and we're moving in a progressive way. So stay on this train. This train is moving. This train is going. We're doing big things. Keep coming back every week.
And statistically, most people quit podcasts after the 7th episode. But we did not.
Here on the 9th.
We're here to stay.
Yes.
So
tune in. But now we're on YouTube. So if you're listening to this again, audio-wise, just on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can see our faces, and we'll start showing videos and stuff like that. And then you can follow us, or you can subscribe to us on YouTube.
Well, you can only see half of Dawson's face since he's wearing sunglasses, but I mean, you can see my whole face. So it's worth
tuning in. These are relatively thin
in.
Sunglasses.
Okay, I know. I'm just poking fun. But yeah, I will have the YouTube link. I don't know why I pointed down in the show notes of the audio version of the podcast. So if you just listen to this and for some reason you decided that you want to hop on, watch it again with our faces, I'll leave the link down below for everyone to hop on. And yeah, so that's it for this week, guys. But we had a really good time just like filming it and hanging out. It's good for us to see each other's faces while we record, and we're excited about all of our new technological developments here at the Late Night Snack.
Yep. So again, rate us, subscribe to us, leave us comments, send us emails. You want to drop the handles and all that, Maddie?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. So you can reach us by email at latenightsnack.thepodcast@gmail.com. You can reach us on Instagram at latenightsnackpod. Yeah, we look forward to hearing from all of you, and just getting more viewers. And on the off chance that this goes viral on YouTube, that'd be great.
That'd be neat.
So
We'll see what
we'll
happens.
see you guys next. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.
Bye.
Well, I might as well get to it.